On this podcast clip, I had Investment Joy on to talk all about these different side hustle businesses that he's got going on, like owning different vending machines, owning laundromats, and all these boring things that have been making money a long time. So if you want to learn how those work and how you can make money owning vending machines and other things, watch this clip.
So tell me about the economics of the car wash.
They're everywhere. We've been able to buy these two. We're negotiating 2 more deals right now. They're cash generators like laundromats, but from my perspective, they're easier to make even bigger. Because you think about the laundromat industry, for better or worse, it's declining. I think that you're going to see a lot of Ubers for laundry soon, where you're just going to show up to people's houses.
Dude, I would love that.
You're going to pull everybody's laundry out. You're going to have branded boxes. You're going to take it to a laundromat because you can't really do it in your house. You need the commercial equipment that only a laundromat has, and then you're going to wash, dry, fold. You're going to deliver it back to the house, and you're going to charge people $50 a month. So I think that at some point laundromats are going to be on the increase in scale. I talked to one guy that has one laundromat, and he's making $75,000 a month off it. One location, dumpy little laundromat. It's about the same size as what I have.
Wow.
And he's doing that. I'm like, okay, so I see where I can scale this with a laundromat. But industry-wide, over the past 10 years, laundromats have declined like 5.5%. Car washes, on the other hand, in the past 10 years have increased 12%. And this year, 2021, they expect that car washes are probably going to increase like 3%. One of the best years we've had in the car wash industry in years. And it's like it's growing because as people buy newer, nicer cars, they want to maintain them better. And car wash chemicals, the chemistry of it's getting better every year. So now you've got glass type ceramic coatings you can apply to a car. Just some really great technologies coming out in car washes. And you're like, okay, I can increase my pricing. I can make more money by instituting these different things and these business process improvements. We've, like our car washes, we've cut one of our biggest costs is water, and we've decreased water usage since we took it over by 35%. If your main cost on a business is 20% of your revenue coming in has to go to water supply, and you cut that by 35%, now you're down like 14-15%. Like, I just made $1,000, and we implemented a strategy with a car wash that cost us $6.
Wow.
We went through. It took us 2 hours, $6. We're saving about $1,000 a month per location.
Yeah.
It's just incredible the amount of money we're saving right now.
So the vending machines, man, I look at them and I see these TikToks and I say, man, like what's up with these, man? For me, it's not worth my time, I don't think.
No.
But okay.
Someone like your caliber, of course not.
But prove me like why it's a good side hustle.
It's not even worth my time. Let's be honest. It's not worth
worth your content.
It's not worth my time if I wasn't producing content.
Okay, so how does it work?
I've
What do
got
they
like
make?
3 drink machines. The one in front of my laundromat right now is on pace to do $1,000 this month in gross sales. My cost of the drinks is about 30 cents a can. So my gross, of the 1,000 that comes in, I'm going to spend $350 on restocking it. I'm going to spend maybe another $25 a month in everything else, repairs.
You make $500 on it.
I'll make about 600. Let's say $600
Okay.
off that location. Now, the benefit that I have is I have a 6-hour-a-day girl at my laundromat. She stocks it for me. Going and getting the drinks, restocking the machine, doing all that stuff probably takes 3 hours a week. I just go in and once a week I get the money out of the machine. It takes like 5 minutes.
So a normal person, let's just say they would be spending, call it 10 hours a month on this business.
On one machine.
Yeah.
And then
so they make $60 an hour.
It would be less than that with one machine. I'm making $600. They're probably not spending.
Oh, that's on all the machines.
Yeah, because I guess the long story short with vending is it has to be a scale issue. You have 100 vending machines and they're making like $400 a month net, and you're spending a 30-hour work week on it. Those numbers start to look really, really good. I've thrown out a bunch of numbers and I can't remember what I said, so I can't run the numbers in my head. But I've talked to some of the bigger vending machine guys, and they're making $100 to $150 an hour doing a vending machine business. But I run into some people that they have like 2 machines. They spend 5 hours a week trying to deal with them, and they're putting in their pocket $100 a month, and it's just not worth it. But once you start building a scale to vending machines, then it starts making a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, statistically, you've got a chance that you're going to hit a really good location. I know guys that are pulling $2,500 a month per vending machine. in
What,
certain
so like
locations.
your vending machines are in your laundromats, so you don't
Yes.
have to pay rent or
No.
split. So what would you do if you're a normal person? I'd be like, yo, freaking Ryan, you got this cool spot. Let me throw a vending machine in there. I'll split profit.
It depends on your negotiating skills. You know just as well as I do in real estate, it's less about like, oh my gosh, this house is beautiful, or this house or this apartment complex, I could do something. It's mostly about building the deal out so it works. And with vending machines, it's just a microcosm of that. I know guys, there's a guy in Texas, real close to here. His name's Jaime Ibanez, and he's got like 200 and some vending machines, if memory serves me right. And he's one of those guys that's on social media and everybody sees vending machines. He doesn't pay any money whatsoever to anybody to place a vending machine.
Why?
Because
how does he get away with it?
He's got a sales process, and I've read his sales process. He cold emails people.
So I'm going to guess his sales process, being a sales guy, is just saying, hey, by me adding a vending machine, you're going to get more traffic to your existing business. I'm doing you a favor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he does. And he closes a lot of sales. Has had 200
I can see
locations.
that sell.
But
I love evaluating sales guys.
Yeah.
I just like, I already know exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I've got a couple locations that we're working on right now because I just want to go and place a vending machine. So buddy, like, yeah, you can do it if you really want to. And so we just placed in a vending machine at one of my other laundromats just to see, can a vending machine under a bridge make any money? And it's making like probably $400.
Are these machines new, or are they just like,
everything I buy is used? A new vending machine right now runs $5,000.
what's a used one? $500?
Yeah, $500-$600.
Yeah.
You have to be a little bit mechanically inclined to fix some of the bad parts on it, but you can YouTube.
None of them are digital. Like those old ones are just all mechanical.
Nah, there's a little bit of digital technology in there. It's not a lot, but
Because the new ones are all like credit cards and everything.
You can retrofit a machine from 1980 with credit cards.
Oh, okay.
I met a machine that was from 1980 and it was Wi-Fi enabled because you can go buy a screen, slap it on, have an EMV credit card reader, or you can do like tap to pay. I've been talking to a company. They're trying to sponsor some of my stuff out of Canada, and they're like, they've got the retrofit kit for any vending machine, and it's tap to pay, mobile pay, everything under the sun. It runs off cell phone coverage, and it's nuts. It's just a retrofit kit for everything.
Wow.
So I mean, it's a decent size. The vending business is pretty decently sized.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of technology that you can implement, but you have to kind of make the decision.
Okay. So basically, what I'm hearing is the vending machine business, not for me. It's pretty boring.
Of course not.
It sucks.
No, you need to buy
the car wash business, though. Once that collapses,
yes. Yeah, you could put together a car wash fund. I've thought about doing a car wash and laundromat fund. Anything like
laundromats
that.
too.
Yeah,
I do like the one thing you said about the Uber of laundromats. That excites me a lot because for sure, I've thought about this just with my current clothes. I'm like, dude, when I go get a dry cleaning, I hate dropping it off. I hate my tailor that I have to go there and get tailored. Like, why can't they come to me and like? I'm sure there are mobile tailors and stuff, but like it's not a huge thing yet. But for sure, laundry. There's no reason it does. Like, there's not a big go-to yet.
Yeah, and that's why I like one guy that does Uber for laundry. He's in one location. He has no desire to expand. Please, you show me his sales stats, $75K a month, and he does pick up dry cleaning too. And I'm like, man, that's a good business model. And I realized that in my location in Southern Ohio, where I got my laundromat, I'm not going to scale to $75,000 a month, but I bet you there's enough geographic demand with the demographics and everything. I bet you could do $35,000 a month off that location. I mean, yeah, I'm going to spend a lot of money on picking it up and delivering. And I don't know that's Uber, but there's a couple different rideshare apps, and they will just go and pick up stuff up for you.
Yeah, Uber should do that. Like
okay, maybe I'm...
No. I mean, I'm certain they've had to have thought about it.
Yeah.
You know, we're not the only guys to be like talking about this.
Yeah.
So I'd wonder why Uber isn't doing these services, because if you think about it, you don't have to even have the laundromat. Why can't Joe Schmo go drive and pick up laundry and do it himself at his house?
You could. But what's going to happen is you're going to find out really quick. That's why I like the laundromat infrastructure. Is what's going to happen is you're going to do like 500 loads of laundry on your residential machine, and it's going to explode. And the machines that I have in my laundromat, I've got one machine that's rated for 100,000 cycles.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, it's an expensive machine. It's a $12,000 single piece of equipment.
Wow.
But it will.
So you think it's not scalable?
For a home person, you could probably start it off that way, but I just don't think you could do it. I think you have to have the laundromat infrastructure
But I mean, like for somebody that wants to do a side hustle, like let's
Sure.
just say,
Absolutely.
okay, I'm gonna think this through. Me as the consumer, I got a load of laundry. Let's just say it goes by the pound or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's the norm.
That's
is a
the
pound.
norm. Okay, cool. So you go by the pound, and what's a typical by the pound price?
It's usually $1.50 per pound, and almost everybody requires a 10-pound minimum.
Okay, so you're like at $15, right? But for me to go pick it up and fold it and do it for you, we charge $50.
Yeah. So the guy that I actually saw his sales statistics, he was charging a 10-pound minimum, $15, $20 minimum surcharge. But it's like if you spent over $50 on laundry, he would waive all those costs because I think
He's making enough.
He's making enough, and his average ticket size was like $63 or $64 per person.
Because they're doing it in bulk.
They're doing it in bulk, and they're just saving up their laundry, and they just absolutely love it because they're not dealing with it anymore. And he's just absolutely making a killing on it. And he's about ready to close down all his other operations in a self-serve laundromat to only focus on Uber for laundry.
I like that because when I think about it, if you're going to get a big laundry size, you're probably going after families.
Yeah.
Then I think about my wife, mine, my kids. It's got to be way more than 10 pounds, right? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
like if I paid somebody $100 a week to do my laundry and it came back folded and rolling, bro, I'd be hyped.
Yeah. And if you think about the cost that you'd save with it, and then, you know what? We're a subscription service now. You're going to be $250 a month, and we're going
Unlimited.
to do unlimited laundry. We'll do all your
that.
laundry.
Dude, I would buy it today.
And if you think about how many subscription services are there that are $250 a month, maybe the roof over your head subscription service, maybe your electric subscription service to keep the lights on.
Yeah.
I think $250 a month. That's a lot of money on a subscription ticket. These car washes, going back to the Express
$20
Tunnel deal,
bucks.
they're $20-$30 a month. And
Yeah.
there's guys pulling $1 million a month on rebill subscriptions. So it's like, Uber for laundry could work. But it's like all these other harebrained ideas I have.
Well, yeah. Well, I think when you look at this laundry service, there's two ways to go about it. The Uber for laundry is thinking about it, I think not really in the Uber way, just like a laundry on demand. Like you are the provider in your city, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
The Uber for laundry is empowering normal people to use their washer and dryer to go do it for people. So like to me, the Uber idea, if you could become it, is like, that's billions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you don't need any, you just create tech.
Yeah.
But the building side of it, like you said, if this guy has a subscription service, I'll pick up all your laundry, and you'd have maximums like, hey, you can only do it twice a week, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm not coming every day.
Yeah.
But put as much laundry as you want in it, right?
Yeah.
That would be a good business, dude.
I think so, and that's on my list of things to do. I wish I need more time to create, and with my real estate business, I'm trying to outsource all my management, all my day-to-day operations, so I can work on these bigger projects like Uber for laundry, home pickup, and delivery. I got a couple other projects I'm working on right now.
My only fear with the tech side of Uber for laundry, is like, man, the quality control of your people that are like...
Yeah. All these people that I talk to, it's never on the wash, dry, fold side. It's never in processing the laundry. It's all in the driver.
Really?
They have problems with the drivers. Yeah. But I'm thinking,
There's a lot of liability, too.
There
with,
is.
like,
There is
losing
a lot because I
clothes.
see these guys with branded panel trucks, really nice vans, and they're going and they have a full-time employee. They're on a W-2 and they're doing this whole thing and they're paying corporate insurance rate. They monitor their driving policies. They do all that stuff. I'm like, why don't you just get Uber to do it? And they're like, but it doesn't have the brand recognition. I like people seeing my vans all over town.
Right.
I'm like, you can buy a truck. You could find somebody that's on a 1099 that has a drive-by advertising business, and I would bet between the liability and all those other costs, it would be cheaper to buy somebody with a drive-by advertising business than it would be to retain that employee.
Yeah. Well, and so for me, when I'm thinking about this, obviously that's like just a marketing thing. But the liability with the clothes, because like if I give you a whole bag full of clothes, right? How do I know like where's the did you lose my clothes or
how
not?
many socks have you guys lost this time?
Well, and two, like, dude, what if you did a Louis Vuitton shirt, right?
Yeah. And there's insurance that I do believe that you can get for those kinds of things, because I run into the guys that have a $2,500 suit that needed dry cleaned and it's gone. And I mean, those things happen, but I would say out of the concerns and the scared to death issues that I run into laundromat people that are doing drop off and home pickup and delivery for laundry, that's kind of like 10% of their complaints and their concerns. 90% of it's with the drivers,
right?
Or the off chance to get broken into, some of the other things.
Yeah,
probably not 90%.
Yeah. Thanks for watching that clip from the Ryan Pineda Show. If you want to see the full interview, you can actually find it in the link below. Make sure you also subscribed on both YouTube and Apple Podcast.